Neighbor tried to enter my home forcefully and I stabbed his hand. I live alone in a small house and I've been having some stalker problems lately, so my mind is a bit on the edge, but just a few hours ago, I woke up a vigorous rattling of the doorknob on my back door. I was sleeping at the couch with a lot of my homework sprawled on the table and I grabbed a pen. The rattling on the doorknob turned into punches and slams into the door as the man started to scream, "Let me in." I screamed back to stay away, but he wouldn't stop. I tried to tell him to back off, but he just kept yelling to let him in. I could see the neighbors turning on their lights as the commotion got louder and some started going out to take a look. I was sort of relieved because now I have witnesses or backup in case anything bad happens. So I unlocked the door, except I kept the chain and bolt on. I think that's what it's called. I refused to unlock it and told him that this is my house, and I wouldn't let him in. In the middle of it, I tried to close it again, but he managed to grab my arm, and I reacted by stabbing the pen in his palm. It caused some bleeding and he immediately backed off. It got him to go out into the street, where he got recognized by some of my neighbors. Apparently, he's the son of my next-door neighbor, and he was drunk, confusing my house for his mom's and tried to get in. There was a lot of apologies I gave to the Lola and her son next door, but I only received death glares as they went back inside their house. The other neighbors were sympathetic, but still think I went overboard for stabbing. It's been a while now and I can't sleep anymore because of it, so here I am asking, am I the for going too far? Update. So about 2 months ago, a neighbor tried to forcefully get in my home through the door. Luckily I have those chain bolts from the inside so he couldn't open it, but he managed to wedge his arm and leg in. It evolved into a screaming match that woke up the neighbors, as he got more aggressive in pushing the door despite the chains. I waved a pen at him to scare him off, but he grabbed my hand, which resulted in me stabbing his palm. He backed off in pain and retreated to his actual house, which was right beside mine, and his mother started screaming at me for stabbing her son. She went back inside with curses as she tended to her wounded son. But what really bothered me was that the other neighbors started giving me looks and faces. For 2 weeks I endured their glances, murmurs, stares, and even my own assumptions of what they are saying behind my back, that I decided to move out. It was tough doing so because it hasn't even been a year since I bought the house and now I am moving, and since it is small, it is hard to hide anything from the neighbors who go out of their way to snoop from the windows. Regardless, I managed to pack my essential stuff and had my brother get me out of the house, and even as I was hurriedly putting my bags into his truck in the dead of night, it seemed like everyone in the neighborhood woke up and just quietly watched me leave. All the lights of their houses turned on, and they opened their windows, just staring. My brother got creeped out as well. We started to move faster. As we were about to finish, the son who got stabbed looked smug as he called out insults about feeling "Nimo guapa ka nama RP tika. You think you're so pretty that I'll RP you," and other shit. His mother just shouted, "Pahawa demonyo! Leaf demon!" It's been 3 days since I moved back and I have been struck with nightmares, or I could remain hearing other people's thoughts, silently judging me brutally, and I've been scared to go out of the guest room of my brother's house. I am probably posting this for pity points or whatnot, but I just need to hear or maybe read something that contradicts my own thoughts for once. I am going insane with how fast it's progressing that I'm beginning to doubt the sincerity of my own brother, as he might see me as a burden to him and his family of 3. I'm planning to go back to my parents in the countryside, but I don't have a date yet of when I'll move out. Subscribe.